What up, y'all? Sweet. I'm like, what's going on? Something's not right. What up, Wheat? What up, Wheat? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If y'all tried to click in a little bit ago, we didn't have enough percentage to get this thing going. We thought that 1% was going to be enough, but Spirit said, no, you need a little bit more. So we got about 6% here. I think that's given. I think that's going to be sufficient for us to keep this party moving, keep it going. Happy Friday, y'all. September 26th, 2025 is when we are giving this live. We are a channel messenger. Y'all know what it is. Your girl Lati here. Here's what we throw show you. Show enough, never know what you're going to get, beloved. We are... Whew, we've had a very productive day. We in need of a little bit of rest. Yeah, a little bit of recuperation. Thank you so much for tapping in, beloved. Yeah, because we've been busy. Hey, Rosalina, how are you? Thank you so much for tapping in, beloved. I appreciate you. Hope everything is going great. We are still excited for your test results. We know that you did amazing, but we just want to know. We want to celebrate the materialism, like the manifested results. So, we are still waiting for you to share when you get them. We know everything went well for you. We got to get in here and put in a general comment. We are getting 1% daily, beloved. 1%. 1% is not a lot, when you think about it. People could just discount like 1%, you know what I mean? 1% makes a difference. You waiting on test results, right? You know what I mean? Like 59% versus 60% can make a difference. I'm just saying. And if you are trying to do anything in terms of self-improvement, improving your life, ascending, moving forward, grinding, building prosperity, legacy, reaching your destiny, 1% daily is really all you need. Ooh, 3 days. Yes, that sounds divine timing, like divine timing. Yes, in 3 days. So we are already just claiming it for you. Success, beloved, success. So we got the pin comment up. This is a general collective reading. We're talking about the importance of 1%, beloved. Like, that's the only thing that you need to do on a daily basis is try to outpace or exceed your results from yesterday by 1%. It's like a tactic to manifesting your highest dreams. And it takes the pressure off. Like, some people can see their big goal, and for them, everything that needs to be done to accomplish this goal could seem so unrealistic. It could be so huge, beloved. But how you tackle or eat anything large, a big plate, tackle a big goal, is one bite at a time, 1% per day. And if you could do 1%, then within a year, give yourself 12 months. 1 day at 1% equals 360 something percent. How many days is it in a year? 365? So that's 360 at least, because some days you might not have any. You be like, look, shit, I'm checked out for the day. I'm resting. I've been accelerating, pushing, doing my 1%. Today, my 1% means that I'm going to rest. Today, I'm going to self-care, right? I'm going to just nourish. I'm going to zone out. I'm going to couch potato, whatever the case may be. But if you have a general philosophy, I don't know why we can't talk. It's not about communication. Telling yourself the truth, that you could do it, like you can manifest your highest, but you don't have to do it all overnight, and you can take your time and get there 1% daily, and that 1% magnifies, right? It's something that's like a compounding effect. It doesn't stay the same. So if you know how compounding interest works, right? It magnifies upon itself. So 1% today, 1% tomorrow is not just 2%. It's a magnification in there that helps you accelerate faster, beloved, right? So in order to release the urge to force things in order to release any hesitation and trepidation, fear, any mindset that you can't do it because your goals are just way too big. Beloved, hey Veronica, thank you so much for tapping in. I can't say your name. It looks like it's in Russian. Ata, maybe. Please translate to English. Hey LC, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. Spirit said you can reach your highest you just by improving 1%. 1% every day. 1% equals 365% over a year. And that's so much easier to accomplish when you think about it than just trying to rush and figure everything out. Give yourself a year. And if you push for 1% every day, see how far that would take you, Ashe. Let's get into it. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega for bringing this message. I appreciate everybody that's tapping in. I do. Thank you for being here. I pray that we are edified in the spirit and that the Most High God cause us to overflow, to strengthen us, to bear the yoke that's on our shoulders. We ask that this message goes out into the wheat field and that you receive it and that you are strengthened too. That 1% a day, that's doable. That's doable. Think about it. 1%. Like, that's not a lot. That's like adding a penny every day to the pot. Like 1%. 1% of a dollar is 1 penny, right? So if you could add 1% every single day, what does that lead you to, or what would you have at the end of the day of a year? Give it 365 days and see what happens, right? We're changing habits, we're changing mindsets, we're moving ourselves into our highest potentiality, into our highest timeline. And it takes work for us to do it because faith without work is dead. But if you could do 1% every day, beloved, I'm getting that you will be so far ahead of yourself, you will shock you in what you have accomplished in just 1 year if you put 1% investment back into you on a daily basis. I release all that I owe with my abundance mojo. So who's got the abundant mojo? It's giving me growing. You see this little plant with the little dollars, the coins on there? So who's growing? Right, we know you plant a seed, it ain't gonna grow overnight. You gotta do some shit. You gotta plant it. You gotta choose to, take the seed and believe that it could grow. You find a good spot where it's supposed to grow. It's got enough sunlight, it's getting enough rain, it's got enough shadow, it's tempered, for what you're growing. You've thought about it, right? Then you plant it. You start watering it, and then you're patient. You let it grow. You let it do its thing. You don't dig it up and then check, is it got roots yet, and then put it back. No. Let it do its thing. Right? It's doing its thing. Right? But every day you give it what it needs. And when you give it what it needs, it's going to continue to grow. And it's giving 1% daily. Journey. Walking away from something is here, or you just going towards your higher timeline, which is what we're talking about. And following your intuition, High Priestess. High Priestess is saying 1% a day is enough to change things. It's giving the magnitude of change will be surprising if you just follow your intuition, stay on the journey, keep moving forward, don't get stuck, and practice on your 1%. Exercise your patience, exercise your faith. Because what you're growing, it could take a little minute, and you're going to be growing while the spirit is growing your blessings so that you could be strong enough to handle it. They can't dump like a whole truckload of blessings on you, like 365% increase when you haven't increased your strength in order to carry it. You might fuck around and, have a misstep, a setback because you weren't ready to carry all of that. Just saying, right? So it's a thing people be want. Look, the truth is, we've been talking about the hardcore truth this week. Truth is we have to put the work in. Okay, everything don't have to be back-breaking work, right? When you resting and eating well and hydrating is work that you need to do, but that's not heavy work to take care of you. When you need to spiritually cleanse and meditate, right? And keep your spiritual life in order, right? Your inner temple straight. That's not heavy work for you to do, but it is work that you need to do. So today, your 1% could be loving on self, caring for self. What do I need to do for my mental state so that I can continue to grow, Ashe? I can make the decisions that I need to make in order to have the success coming in its prime, in its day. 90% of the game is mental. So if you're not working on getting your mind right, doing something 1% every day, then you missing a big part of the assignment. I say, truth be told, right? So do something for your spirit, do something for your mental, do something for your emotional, as well as your physical. Because we gotta be strong to be able to handle and like deal with this abundance, to rake it in, to pull it in, to process it, to put it up, to store it. It takes work, right? And so you would be surprised. I was walking out of the grocery and we were pricing like, okay, how much food are we gonna need? We're hosting a little get together at the house, so people are coming. How much food do we need to purchase? And we looking at, prices so we can have our mindset on what the budget is. Prices is increasing. Feels like inflation is 1% daily. Shit, we gotta increase too. How we gonna keep up with the currency, right? So it's that thing. But anywho, we was coming out, and what did this lady say? She was like, "Oh, hey." First of all, I was a little irritated because there's a lot of parking spots, and she parked right next to our car. I don't know why that irritates us. Do that irritate anybody? Like, do you get nervous about door dings on your car, so you kind of park a little further away? Then we get our steps in, we walk to the door. It's not so bad. But this lady parked right next to us. We was like, what is that? Anywho, she got out the car and she started like, do you want some cabbage? Well, huh? Do you want some cabbage? I got extra food in my car. Well, sure. This woman had like 6 cabbages, a big ass bag of zucchini, 4-5 bags of navy beans. I'm like, are you sure you want to give this to me? Is it somebody else, like a food drive or the church or, the shelters? Like, they could use this type of food. You sure you want to give it to me? She was like, please just take it, right? So it's giving me, not only are you infinitely abundant, abundance just flows into you, right? Be open to your help, no matter how it comes into you, because some things could come from people you just don't even know. The spirit could just be testing you to give you a gift of something, to have you see how you would receive it. Our first thing was like, is there somebody else that may need this more than we need it, right? Because yes, we could use it. That just hit my spirit. But it's like, yes, we could use it. It'll be useful. We love cabbage. We just did that viral cabbage recipe. That shit is great, right? And we were like, oh shit, we can use this cabbage and make a recipe. We are doing a thing tomorrow. We can use it for sides or whatever the case may be, But the second thought was, is there somebody else that has a greater need than we do, that may not have the same capacity that we have, that could be graced with these gifts, right? And so we only took just a little bit because she was ready to empty out her trunk on us, but we was like, no, we'll take a few things. Thank you so much. We received the help. We are graciously receiving the help that the Spirit has brought us in this capacity. And not only are that, but we're thinking about other people. So we got home and we were trying to figure out, okay, which one of our neighbors can we go bless and with a couple of these zucchinis and a cabbage, because we still got way too much. Okay. So 2 things. Improving yourself 1% daily, not only will you see incredible results, you will see change. And I'm getting within the first 2 to 3 weeks, especially the first month. The first month after 30 days of 1% improvement of self, just daily 1%, just 1%. Don't make it too heavy, beloved. You will see a 30% increase. You will see a 30% change in your life. 30% is major, right? So it's like, it's enough to keep you encouraged to keep going on your journey, to keep moving forward, to continue to listen to your spirit, right? And over the year, you will see 365 at least percent change. And then what you look back and see will be magnified. It'll be more than what you expected. You will shock yourself. The spirit will literally reveal onto you the miracle of how you can change, the principle of improvement, how it's very much doable. Like you can tackle it. You can more than handle it. Because who can't do 1%? 1% is like if you're not used to making up your bed, you get up and make the bed today, and you do it every single day. So today I got up and made the bed. Tomorrow I'm gonna make the bed and I'm gonna line my shoes up. That's 1% improvement every day. You extend that type of mindset, then you keep going in it and be diligent. You will see an improvement in just about every area of your life, beloved. So this is applicable. I creatively create my creations. I am brilliant, worthy, and oozing with star power. And this was in reverse. See, you are creative and you can create your creations. But sometimes when we get started on a project or the spirit gives us a vision of self in our fullness or like what is showing us to be full, because it'll exceed even that right? What it's showing us, could some people could feel like it's big. It's really big. I don't have enough strength. I don't have enough resources to do that. I don't have enough capability or help and support to tackle that. And I'm here to tell you on this day that you do. You do. You have every help and you have every support that you need. If you don't have it, then you truly, technically don't need it. And that might be a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. Right? It's been times where I felt so sad and so grief stricken because I did not have another physical person with me to help me. Please let me know if anything is helping is going on with the audio or the video. So it was so many times where it felt like, I just don't have people to help me. I don't have the resources. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have this. But when I started to recognize that we were able to get things done despite not having what we thought we needed, like there was another way, it made me dig into my creative mindset and to allow the spirit to show me that I still had opportunity, that everything that we needed to really accomplish it was already given unto me. We would dig back in stuff that like old boxes and check our inventory. Is there something in there that's packed away, right, that we could use? If we were moving and it was one of those times where life was restarting all over again and we didn't have pretty much anything to begin with, it was like, shit, well, this is a blank slate. So we can be creative and see how the Most High God is going to fill it. Every turn is like learning to operate on the mindset that I am infinitely abundant. I always have what I need to do the thing that I need to do. And if you have what you need to do the thing that you need to do, can you take today as an opportunity to invest just 1 more % of your energy into you? And if you can find 1 more %, 1%, is giving you a make a Raven fan out of yourself. Do we still have the book down here? Here it is. This book contains the 1% philosophy. Raving fans. So I don't know who may need to look at this. I don't even know which chapter it's in. But baby, when I say it's powerful, I can't even tell y'all, like this 1% mantra, it has like stuck with me for years. Yeah, it's something about delivering +1. Deliver the vision +1%. See, is this. I don't know if y'all can see that. Deliver the vision, and it says +1%. And the 1% is a magical thing because if we Work on the delivering 1% onto self on a daily basis, then you will see 350% uptick in your productivity and what your life looks like within a year. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Consistency is critical. Consistency creates credibility. Yes. Yeah. I don't know why I'm just stuck on that. It's giving me consistency, consistency, consistency. Like consistently investing 1% in yourself daily. While thinking is generally healthy, too much thinking opens the doors for resistance, gremlins to come party in your brain, unleashing swarms of insecurity, imposter syndrome, which we've been talking about, self doubt, and excessive justification. Overthinking leads to obstinate procrastination and obstruction of your magic and your creativity. Remember, you are composed of the same elements in infinite space: glimmering stars, snow capped volcanoes, and seraphic waterfalls. You have a gift that only Source has: the power to create. The time you waste trying to justify your creations is time you should be creating your creations. So stop fucking around, beloved, is what the card says. Spirits say don't fuck around with you or your creations or what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You have every single day as an opportunity to reinvest 1% in you, Ashe. And if you reinvest 1% in you, hey, one who possess, thank you so much for tapping in. If you reinvest 1% in you daily, within a year, you will change your whole world. You will be walking. Look, see, look. I gotta move this into the camera if y'all can see it. Eight of Pentacles. If you work on change 1% daily and staying consistent, 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 diligent, you will be shocked. I mean, like, mind blown at what will happen. This is also giving divine intervention, it's giving magnification. It's like blow the house down energy. How quickly you will have manifested and put yourself into some sort of leadership position, right? Building. Ten of Wands, building, building, building. The master of building whatever it is that you want to build. Seven of Cups, whatever the spirit is showing you. This star energy. Everything that's out there that's shining, that's glimmering, like you are made from the same essence, the same material, is all of it. And when you really put yourself to work, beloved, you can accomplish everything the spirit showed you. You can reach your destiny. And this is how you do it. It's consistency. It is through the practice of delivering today an additional 1%. What is that 1% I can do? Is that doable? Yes. Even if that 1% means that today I'm resting, I'm meditating, I'm visualizing, I'm strengthening my spirit. Even if that means today I'm journaling, I'm reflecting, I'm working on my mental health, I'm meeting the doubtful thoughts, the imposter self, and all the criticism. I'm speaking the truth to it and I'm reminding myself that I only need to do 1%, just 1%. I can take courage to do 1% today, right? My heart, my passion is already there. What is the 1% that I can get up and do, that I could take passionate action, right, to pursue that one thing? 1%. It ain't got to be big, right? And when you feel like you've done it, it's that sense of accomplishment, like, yeah, I did it, right? It's given that you know you can do it again tomorrow. What is the thing? What's on the agenda? Let's get it. Root chakra. We talking about security, being grounded, stimulating your passion, and support your sense of security on the physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. If you are passionate, you are rooted, you are grounded, you know that you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, 21 days they say to make a habit, habituate. Right? 21 days to change your habit. And if you do 1% a day, by the time that 21 days is over, you improve 21%, beloved. That's 21%. That's huge. 30% over a month, that's huge. That's major change. You'll look at yourself and you'll be like, shit, I don't even look the same. Go to the gym every day and do 1%. Just increase your workout. Whatever you do on a daily basis, increase it by 1% every day. And see what you look like at the end of 30 days. Just saying. You working on cleaning out a certain space in the house, do a little bit every day, 1% for a month, and see don't you get it finished. And it won't be like something that's so heavy on you to do where it's weighing on your mental where you don't get up and go do it. You don't pursue it because it's like you already like looked at like shit, that's so much, I don't even know where the fuck to start at. This gotta go here, I don't even know what to do with the hell that. And you be so mentally conflicted and mentally tired over the mental gymnastics before you tired before you even got started. You like shit. But if you just do 1%, go over there and pick something out the pile and find something to do with it. Either donate it or separate it, whatever the case may be. Find something you can do 1% daily. Protect your boundaries. That might be something for somebody to do. That might be the 1% you might have to start with, maybe even 2. I'm just saying, you might have to put a 2% on that one. Somebody might be a little bit negative in the boundaries. You naturally give to others, but now it's time to protect your energy. Set boundaries. Ground your space to avoid being drained. Protecting yourself isn't selfish. Only then can you continue to help others, beloved. So protect yourself. Which is why, it's kind of giving me like that thing with the groceries. The Spirit gave us a gift, and the first thing we thought about was everybody else, right? Like, are you sure you want to get this to us? Like, can you find somebody else that probably needs it more than we do? But we accepted the help. We accepted the gift. Now we can see if there's somebody else that needs, right? So thank you. And look, aim for higher. Aiming for higher. So as we do aim for higher, you will need to protect your boundaries, making sure you're taking time for self, whether again it's your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, all while you're developing this and you're bringing in your legacy, you're building. You got to be strong enough for it. And it is giving like aiming for your higher timeline, for your higher potential, wanting your destiny to come in. And sometimes, again, what the Spirit show us could be so big, it can feel like it's unrealistic, like we can't accomplish it. I keep seeing this one card in this deck, so we got to get it. Right? It just feels like it's so big that you can't accomplish it, but you really can when you just take the method of improving 1%. See, somebody's not fulfilled, unfulfilled, needing to and wanting to aim higher. But how do you get there? Right? Sometimes people could be like, oh, I gotta go get this degree, or I gotta learn this skill, or this, that, and the other in order to qualify for that, and that may not be the track. Right? You may be able to get a certification. You may need to just read up some textbooks on it. You know what I mean? And just be knowledgeable. You may just need to take the security and the confidence to just go for it. Right? Yeah. Look, money manager. I don't know if you penny pinching or looking at your budget, because that's kind of like what we were doing. Like, okay, this is how many people we're anticipating. We need to look at the budget, make sure everything is wrote down. You may need to just keep track of things so that you know what you're spending on. If you feel like you don't have enough resources, maybe the 1% is to start a budget. You know what I mean? Like the 1% doesn't have to be like anything heavy. It could literally you writing down like on a calendar, what did I spend today? Or going through your bank account and finding those subscriptions. What am I subscribed to that's taking out this incidental money where things are kind of filtering away and I don't see it. I'm losing track of it. Right? You know what I mean? How is this affecting me and how can I improve it? And balancing your budget is major. Especially if you're looking for your abundance, right? How do you keep track of when you got all of this going on and all this major stuff if you're not tracking this? Be mindful about it. Yeah, embrace what is. Be mindful, be present, embrace what is. This is the current scenario. This is what I have. This is what's present. These are all my gifts. How can I manage them? How can I reutilize them? How can I upcycle them? How can I refurbish? How can I improve self 1%? Given with everything that I already have, like I don't need anything else to improve. I just need the passion, the drive, the willingness. This, yeah. Who are the people that you spend time with? You know, sometimes that's a part of the 1%. Boundaries, protecting your energy, right? You could be around people that's sucking up 10, 20% of your motherfucking energetic pool for the day. You know, the 1% could be like, no, not today. No, not today. No. No, Ashe. So it might be some people that you be like, not today. Too much energy. I got other things to do. I need to refocus. And some people, you might just need to sever that connection because they just may not be in alignment. Some people, it could be children. They could be adult children. I heard adult children. Right? See? Settling. It could be settling for other shit. I don't know if that's in relative to your adult child, but you could feel like you've settled and like you still are dealing with adult children and other people and circumstances that you need to set boundaries with. Maybe you don't feel like you have enough energy in your reservoir so that you can put forth the energy needed to reach your highest timeline. Like you don't feel like you have the 1%. Like I don't have what's needed, the resource, the help, the support, whether it's energetic, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, any of it, to get up and continue to pursue, to go forward. And the thing that you may need to do is speak and tell somebody the truth, especially if it's grown children, right? And they have the capability to stand on their own 2 feet, like they can hustle. Maybe they need to budget. Maybe they need to figure out where all that fucking money is going, right? You can't, if you're 25 or 29, you're almost 30, you can't spend out all your bread on fucking partying and doing this, that, and the other, shopping and incidentals and door dashing and all this shit. You might need to get on a fucking budget. You need to understand where your money is going. You need to recalculate it. You need to figure out how to fill in the gaps, beloved, like you can do it. It's time for, me to pull back that percentage so that I can reinvest it into self, into my journey. Because your life is not wrapped around just making and building family. Truth be told, just saying. It's just not. Sometimes people, are unfulfilled because they did not fulfill their soul's purpose, their soul passion. And as much as we love our family and our children and all of that stuff, one, everybody ain't designed to be parents. But if you love parenthood and you love your family, that's great. But that's not the only thing that was designed for you, beloved. It's something else that's in you to do. And the spirit may be showing you that. It's showing you the people who are around you that you may need to place a boundary with. That could be, again, part of your 1%. It may be showing you need to budget or teach them how to budget, right? To even aim higher. Like, why are you aiming so low for self, knowing that you are unfulfilled with life? What's stopping you from stepping into this creative energy and doing what it is that you can do to reach your highest you? Again, 1% is doable. You can grow something like really with 1%. You do have enough mojo to do that, beloved. You could water that plant on your way to take a piss. I'm just saying, like, you could fit in 1%. Today, it might be water the plant, or get the seed, or plant the seed, you know what I mean? And then water the seed. Sit by the fucking sunlight, you know what I mean? And get some sun on your skin so that you can lift yourself back up again and take the journey. 1% looks like what it needs to look like for whoever needs to invest that 1%. So my 1% today is not going to look like somebody else's 1%. And we don't judge, right? We're all on our own journey. Destiny. I told you, you're moving towards your destiny. And this is the work that needs to be done in order to reach it. And it will shock the shit out of you. I'm even getting that the spirit may bring a tower moment to your life to force you to move, to get yourself into action. It could be some shit that needs to be said. That's that swift, that's that cold, hard truth, beloved. Right? Could be King of Wands. It could be somebody that you're struggling with, somebody that think they got to get the gab. You could be the King of Wands. You could be building, right? And it's stressful. It's heavy, right? Trying to fulfill something. Again, look, help coming through. What is the help that you need? Who do you need to support you? I'm getting the help is already with you. And it's definitely a component with children here. But they're giving me adult. It could be a baby. It could be, I don't get baby. I get adult children. It could be something that you are attempting to build, but for some reason I'm picking up on an adult child. If they're not an adult child, they could be young adult, like teenage to adulthood. So take it how it resonates. Oh, yeah. It's something with, I'm looking at FUN, it's something with fun. Like this person, this young person, from teenage to young adulthood, is giving like maybe they party a lot and they like to have fun. That's what we was getting, like, you know, hanging out, maybe partying with friends, drinking, not really paying attention to how they spend their money, and they may be coming in to ask you for help, right? And you are struggling trying to, you know, find fulfillment within self. And you have a drain of people that are pulling on you and siphoning off of you. It's like you need to pull your power back and put up some boundaries. Yeah. See, motivator. It's like you don't even feel motivated right now. Somebody doesn't. Thank you to the spirit. This one. Yeah, see, business. I don't know if you are being called to entrepreneurship, right? Don't be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this, right? It's giving, elevate your awareness and think bigger, aim higher. If you want different results, you got to think bigger. You have to put in that extra percentage on a daily basis. You don't have to do no 10%, 20%. 1% is more than enough. 1% is more than enough. You want this one too? No, this one. You want this? This? Yeah, see, more 1% is more than enough. And you do have help with you. It's given that help will come to you in the most craziest ways. And to be open to it. And look, consistency, 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 persistence. If you stay persistent and diligent with your 1%, it will happen, beloved. Something is controlling your flow, though. It's giving like your motivation, inspiration, the ability to do it, feeling like you have enough resources, enough support, enough help. Yeah, see, look at that energy of failure coming through. And honesty. It could be the failure to be honest with other people who are siphoning out your energy. Right, again, telling the truth, the cold hard truth this week could be the 1% you need to do. What's draining you? What's trying to control your flow? Right? What's pulling on you? What's stopping you? What's depressing you? Where you don't feel motivated, you don't feel inspired, you're not excited to get up and put in your deliver plus that 1%. Yeah, regret is coming through. I don't know. Look, it's something about the past. I know that I cannot change the past. You can't. Right? So release the energy of regret. Know that you cannot change the past. It's definitely giving letting go of regret or expressing that you don't have any regret. Right? Like if you are putting in boundaries with people or you need to and then you're going to follow through, don't have no regret. Let it go. Like, look, I'm not going to have regret because you made choices that affect your life, right? Because it's giving me that conversation. I feel somebody's energy coming through. I cannot regret the choices that somebody else made. Those are not my choices to deal with. Can I have empathy and compassion that you feel a kind of way? Yes, I can do that. But I'm not going to regret the outcome of choices that somebody else made that put them in a bad way. You want to fucking spend up all your goddamn money and now you don't have groceries. I understand that, you know, you're going to have to look at your budget and things might be a little bit tight. It's other resources, right? We can go here. Here is a food drive. Here is a place that helps us get more food resources and food security. The Dollar Tree. I've been there. I don't know how many people that's done went grocery shopping at the Dollar Tree, but baby, I have, and I ain't ashamed to say it. Don't give a fuck, right? Look, fucking frozen goods, canned goods, bread, fucking them little bitty Totinos, little pizza things and shit. We done did it, okay? And I ain't ashamed to say it. Look, when you coming up, you started from the bottom and then you there and you do it. We had two girls. Shit, we had no three. Me, a husband that wasn't helping, that was actually one of the people that didn't need to be around us because they was sabotaging the progress. But I had two. My oldest daughter was like 14, and then I had a 9-year-old, and then we had Blessing, who was like 4 at the time, trying to buy a house by myself with a husband, okay, who was sabotaging the whole fucking process. I don't regret that we not together. Absolutely not. I don't regret that, you know, I had to have the choice words that we had to say. And I don't regret telling anybody else the same because I know what it's like to have to grow up with a little bit of nothing and grind and hustle your way out some shit. Whether you have to fucking shop at the secondhand store, the motherfucking Goodwill, Save a Lot, Savers Plus, fucking all that shit. We done been there. We done done it. So I'm a person that got gratitude, like for the little bit and for a lot. As long as we can get what we need, we are abundant, and I live in that. So sometimes we have to tell these little folks that be acting like they entitled to have the highest of the high, like they supposed to have fucking Balenciaga and fucking Louis Vuitton and Gucci this and fucking eat out every goddamn day and spend their money on bullshit. But then when they broke and they can't pay their bill, their light bill, their water bill, their rent, or whatever the fuck is going on, they come to you to bail them out. I feel empathy for you. I have compassion that you're going through. But I also got some real hard cold truth for you. Okay? Okay? Shit, some people be in fucking denial. They be in denial. They don't be wanting to accept the fact that, you know, life just don't be happening like that. Life be lifing like that. Shit, you could think in one day that you got this and you got that, but the next day it might not be that. Some shit might turn up, some shit might happen. You got to be mindful of everything that you got going on. And if life situation changed, like I'm not up here, I done went back to this place right here, then okay, we right here. Shit, I know how to make it right here, down there. So therefore, I'm going to be okay when we get up there. Because I'm okay no matter what level I'm on. Love is here. Again, I love you the same. We love the week, right? Right. Talk about it, Veronica. Everything is a subscription. Like, canceling a couple of subscriptions goes a long way. When you think about, you got a Netflix, you got a Hulu, you got a Disney, you got a motherfucking Prime, you got, and that shit will add up to like a whole damn cable subscription. You might as well have, and you gotta have the internet on top of that. Like, it's too much. It's too much. We just went and got one of them old school antennas. Like, can we get one of these $20 antennas so we can get the local channels? Because we don't even really watch TV like that. We need to manage these damn subscriptions. That's $20 per fucking subscription that's going out the door. If you got 5 subscriptions, that's $100, yo. Shit, what could you get from the Dollar Tree for $100? It's real easy to spend $100 in a Dollar Tree. I'm just saying, it ain't a Dollar Tree no more. That shit is $1.25 and up. Shit, I'm just saying. They need to change that shit. Is false advertising. Courage is coming through. Hold some courage, 1% daily in servicing you. Acceptance. Hey, Patrice, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. Patricia, I said Patrice, thank you so much. Gratitude. Anything else in here? Spirit say yes. Trust. Trust. What you say, Veronica? You use Tubi with the it's up. Look, see that's that entitlement. We've been so away from commercials and cable TV for so long. You can't even deal with a commercial. An ad come on your YouTube. You can't wait for that skip button to come up, boom, so you can get right back to the program. But we forget, TV used to go to fuck off at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay? It was not no full time 24-hour just watch. No, folks got to go to bed. Right? It was commercials. They advertised shit. You got to wait. 30-minute program is only 20 something minutes because you got how many commercials in between? Everybody want things now and they want it easy. How do we make it easy? How do we magnetize our abundance? By thinking about it very differently. Like, you don't have to scrape and struggle. Oftentimes we get into that when we are trying to put ourselves in a place where we're just not at quite yet. You know what I mean? It's okay to visualize your abundance, but to accept what is, like, it is what it is, to embrace it, it's okay. I gave y'all my testimony when we moved to New York and we were in our apartment when we were leaving, the ex-husband who was, violent. He was not a good guy, financially abusive, like all of it. But when we got to New York, we had nothing, like absolutely nothing. We were grateful that the apartment was close to a Walmart where we could walk back and forth. We walked up there. We bought a wagon so we can put the stuff in and pull it back to the house. The next day we walked up there. We were able to get a bicycle. So we were able to ride the bicycle because we didn't have a car, right? At the time, everything was still in motion. So it's like you can find ways to make the way if you are creative, if you are open, if you allow your help to help you, and even thinking about the situation itself as help for you. We learn so much about strength and perseverance getting through those situations so that we know that when this abundance, like it really grows up and it's in its fullness and we're harvesting it, it's heavy, we will have the stamina and the strength to be able to manage it. We will. I release all that I owe with my abundance mojo. I don't owe anything. I am debt free, right? I release every contract, every hex, every spell, every binding, every curse, every weapon, known and unknown, seen and unseen. I have more than enough energy to increase my productivity 1% daily. And if I do that 1%, baby, that's 365% in 1 year. If you are starting over, think about where you are and do 1% more a day. 1%. When you see your progress in a year, you will look back and be walking in the evidence of faith. You will see how everything has materialized. It's all been lined up. The spirit worked with you to knock things out. And you are just full again, full and glowing. It's like remembering that every end has a new beginning, right? And when we are able to embrace what it is in the moment and just find that 1%, you show yourself that you are infinitely abundant. Abundance awaits. You are infinitely abundant. Infinitely abundant. The belief in your heart will determine the arrival of your abundance. The universe's richness is already prepared for you. All you need is to believe you're worthy of it and fully open your heart to receive. Breathe deeply. Let go of fear, right? And welcome the endless abundance that's yours. See, denial says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. If you acknowledge your fear and you replace it with the insight of awareness, that means that that's something that you could work 1% on every day. letting go of the fear that I can do it. I'm incredibly abundant. My help always arrives, and it arrives on time. And I presently have all the help that I need to succeed. Stay present. See, currently, stay present. We suffer when we go too far off in the future. Your thoughts are disconnecting you from reality, avoiding external challenges. The challenge could be this Knight of Swords that you need to say something to somebody. You may need to speak the truth. And it may be, it may come out quickly, it may come out swiftly, it may be a situation that just happens and you need to speak to it. But it's definitely given. Like, you may need to look at other people or factors that are extracting or siphoning energy off of you. It could be time, money, spiritual groundedness, rootedness, a feeling of security. It could be implementing the spirit of fear of something. Yeah, see, embrace passion, and we definitely already have that passion here, right? Root chakra is your passion. Recent experiences have quickened your heartbeat, reminding you to chase your dreams. It is an insight from your Akashic truth. That's that word again. We've been talking about truth all week. Revealing that this path, the Eight of Cups, right, leads to your abundance. To what? Do not stifle this enthusiasm. Pursue it wholeheartedly. What's stifling your enthusiasm? Speak to it. Speak to that mountain so that it can move. Speak the truth to it so that it can be uprooted. You can rip it up. Yeah, unchained. Unchain it. You could rip it up. Speak to that mountain so that it can move. You could rip it up. You are being called to unshackle yourself in order to live your true self. Again, the truth. They can't. Y'all know what it is. Although the path may be rocky, it is necessary to reveal your authentic self to others. Show your courage. Be your true self. Show your courage. Be your true self. And trust that those who generally love you will always stand by you. So if you don't say the truth because you thinking that your person or your kid or whoever, your grown-up child, is going to be upset with you, they're not going to talk to you, they could be emotionally manipulating you. You know what I mean? If you don't do it, then I won't come back by here, Mom. Okay, well, you might need to go do what you need to do so that you could be all right. Because truth is, we not promised tomorrow. And if you have a child that's trying, an adult child, right, that's trying to emotionally manipulate you to get you to pay their bills or some shit, and they want to guilt you or make you feel like you should be regretful because they don't have something, then it's not okay for you to continue to pay their way. You want to know why? Because what happens to you what happens to them if you pass away? Even if you got a life insurance policy or whatever that shit, if they are already showing that they are not responsible with money, then they're going to fuck that shit off, and then they're going to still be in the same kind of way. As a parent, one of our jobs is to show true love, and it can look a different way. It means that I'm going to let you struggle with this for a minute, get your budget together so that you can handle your fucking business. So in the case that I'm not here, I know that you can sustain yourself, because that's what I'm supposed to do, is teach you how to survive in this world without me. Not to be a helicopter over your fucking life for the rest of your life week. No. Results and recognition. Congratulations, your hard work is on the brink of manifesting into tangible achievements, bringing you the recognition you deserve, unlocking new possibilities. In this moment, the universe is signaling you, I can't say that, I'm here calling you. The universe is calling you to trust in your value. What is it that you are bringing? What is it that you are supposed to be recognizing? If you do this 1% daily, you will see results, and you will be able to recognize it. Like, it's going to be clear. Ground yourself, right? Take your time. The turtle moves slow, 1% a day. You ain't got to do a lot. Inner peace. Maybe that's a part of your 1%, working on yourself. That's the key. 1%. 1%. You want this one, and that's it. So we're gonna get one more card, and that's gonna be it for our lunchtime message. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. Throat chakra, let the truth come out. That throat has been high. Look, anybody, y'all know, y'all been coming around here all week. Thank y'all so much for everybody that comes back, the returning week. Thank you, thank you. So full of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit said, look, it's time to unchain that throat. It's conversations that need to be had. And all of them ain't gonna always be fun to have. They not. It's gonna give Knight of Swords. They can look at you like you coming off as a whole BI. Like, it could be like, oh, this is like, where is this coming from? It's coming out of nowhere. Like, just swift truth and just this harsh truth, right? Just coming out. But it's giving like it's time, like it's long overdue. Some things, look, just have to be said. And you are fighting a battle, is given with expressing the truth. Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to speak the truth that's in your heart. You need to express it. You need to get it out. Sometimes that's going to be to other people, whether you setting your boundaries and telling them like what it is and what it ain't. Sometimes it's self-talk to yourself, whether it's critical thinking and critical thoughts and self-judgment and self-deprecation, right, about your own fulfillment. And what is it, the truth of you? What is your spirit saying to you? Is your soul like really pressuring you to get grounded, to get rooted, to embrace your passion, to stay in the present and showing you what that 1% is that you can do on a daily basis? Is giving me yes and a yes and a yes. So if it's doing that, then take heed, beloved. Aim higher, think bigger, go further, and you can do it. It's a big journey, but it doesn't have to be heavy. You only need to tackle 1% daily. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. We grow. We've been up. We've been down before. I'm hearing we gonna be all right. See, new money. We gonna be all right. See, children and money. We gonna be all right. Do you hear me? Do we feel me? We gonna be all right. See, it's gonna take a risk. See, somebody might feel like it's a risk to tell a child or a specific person or people that you spend time with, like, I'm gonna need that time back. I'm gonna need my 1% back. I'm gonna need that 10%, 20%, 30% back. I'm gonna need my power back. I'm gonna need my energy back. And then you put up the boundary, like, to stop that. Right? So some shit that we do, it could come from our trauma, and your spirit could be telling you that it's like that's not the way for you. You know, it's somewhere in the middle. I know as we grew up, I mean, we wasn't like dirt poor or anything like that, but we had what we needed. And my mom always had enough to share. She took care of 3 of her sister's children. She always supported her other sister in raising, you know, her children. Like, cause you know, we were just family and community. That's what we did. But we never felt like we were truly at a lack like that. You know what I mean? We knew we didn't have everything. We couldn't go ball out for school shopping. We got like 5 outfits, and it was from the place, the Shoppers World, right? The Savers World, you know. And us, Lati, we would be in there forever. Why? Because this shirt and these pants, 5 outfits, that's 5 shirts and 5 pants. That's only 1 week for the school. Right? This is before uniforms. So I'm in there trying to mix and match and maximize the resources and the utility of it. This shirt could go with this pants, this pants, this pants, and I just took this and extended this out to 3 different outfits. Like, everything got to be interchangeable so I can maximize the wardrobe, beloved. Some people don't feel like that. They feel like they need to be so full that it's just this life of lavish, where I think social media, yeah, that's how your Shein shops go. Absolutely, absolutely. Right? It's like, How do you maximize the resources in which you have available? To me, that's rich. You know, rich is not just being so lavish where I can just be frivolous with the money that we have been given with that currency. No, how do I maximize its utility? How do I make it work for itself? You know what I mean? Get the most out of it. And when we are looking at that and doing that work on a 1% daily, whether it's your spiritual support, your emotional support, your mental support, your physical support, you will see your whole self change. It's not instant, it's not overnight. People get so discouraged because they want instant results, they want instant change. I could tell myself I'm something different right now, I could start walking it. But I can go right to the secondhand store and buy me a suit for $5-7. Be suited and booted because I'm an entrepreneur, and I could clean that suit, I could care for it, and I could be ready every single day, showing up in my mental vision, and I'm dressing in it, I'm walking in it, I'm talking in it. Those are changes you can do to manifest and self-actualize instantly. Otherwise, you can just, again, 1%. All of these things add up, they matter. But people get the misconception that I'm too good for this and I'm too good for that. That's entitlement. You're not even entitled to your next breath, beloved. And that's something that you damn sure cannot control. Because when the Most High God said this thing gonna stop beating and that breath is gonna end, it ain't shit we can do about it. Not nothing. I wouldn't give a fuck how many breathalyzers, how many life support systems, none of that shit you getting, like, no. When the Most High God say that's it. Alpha and Omega called it, then it's done. It ain't nothing you can do about it. We not entitled to a damn thing. We don't take nothing with us. The only thing that we have, again, that I know that's limitless, that's immortal, that stays, is this soul. This soul. Everything else is going to be transformed. This vessel is going to go back to the earth that it came from. Okay? So, it's going to be recycled into the system. So why people feel like we shouldn't recycle, we shouldn't refurbish, we shouldn't upcycle, I don't get it. But it's the thing with entitlement. And one of the biggest groups could be I'm Gen X. But so our adult children, sometimes we have to give them that lesson about entitlement, right? We have to tell them, yeah, I did what I could to make things better for you. So instead of having 5 outfits for school, you got 10. Right, you got 2 weeks, you got 3 weeks worth of outfits. Instead of having to get up and do chores every Saturday morning and clean and shit and keep the house straight, you don't have to do that. Right, you know, it's so many things that we want to do to make life easier for them because of what we went through, but that instills a sense of entitlement into this generation, and they feel like they don't have to work for shit. They don't have to budget. Somebody gonna bail them out. And this don't even have to be children. It could be adults who also have that mindset as children, feeling like somebody's gonna always bail them out. And that shit is just not true. Nobody is required to fucking come in and help you. If you are an able-bodied person, you could do some shit, and 1% is not unrealistic. Yeah, emotions. Yeah, don't get into your emotions. It's definitely a risk. Somebody's emotion may keep them back from doing some shit. I keep splitting on this parenthood. It's something about that. And independent. See, you could have already raised your children and you might be being called into another leg of your life. Your purpose could be calling you. I don't know why person came through, but it's something about purpose. And like it could be people that are holding you back from fulfilling your purpose because you feel like you still, if you turn away, they're going to be at a lack. You're not supporting them. So if you don't support them, you feel unfulfilled within yourself. But you can't live vicariously through somebody else. Spirit will hound you and pressure you, especially if you got a job to do. It's like continuing to tap you, trying to get your attention so that you can refocus all of that energy off of other people and put it on yourself. If you feel like you're running low on energy, it's probably because you're expending it on other people, and you need to put in some sort of boundary. That's what we got. Thank you so much again for joining us. Everybody that was able to stick through. Again, we've been telling the cold hard truth this week. It's the truth that we be needing to hear. Right? We doing shadow work. It's harvest season. We are at the end of this harvest year. And if we be ready to continue our journey and to strengthen ourselves spiritually, emotionally, mentally, because most shit is mental. It's the mental aspect. It's how we think about it. So we're reshaping our mind. We're unlearning and we're relearning to prioritize, to balance things out. And your compassion isn't complete until it includes you. Your love isn't complete. Your courage isn't complete until it includes you. So if you are dismissing self and living an unfulfilled life, thinking that if I just pour everything into everybody else, then I'm going to be all right, Spirit say you missed the assignment. That's not all right. It's not okay. And you got a sole purpose to fulfill before the end of your day. I love you just like I love the Alpha and the Omega that made me, that made us all to be. The infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word lives, beloved, and all of your help is supported. 1% daily. You can do it. To the next now. This one's done. And if y'all come back, I think 8 p.m., around 8 p.m. today, 9/26/2025, active subscribers readings. We'll be back. They say it live. To the next now. I'll show y'all. Have a great day. 1%. Find your 1% today. 1%. You can do it.